Hi. Hi, hi. Oh, I forgot to check my background. Okay. Well, first of all, here's like this blanket because it's cold. And so there's a fireplace right here, look. And I sit by it with a blanket in July 2022. That's what happens when you travel to almost to Canada, is that you are a cold person under blankets. Okay, I'm so happy to see you, and I have a fun thing for you. I'm obviously in travel headspace, particularly like new place travel headspace, okay? And so I have just the best person to invite today for you. So this is calling all like travelers. Okay. We've been thinking about you. Like, okay, let's bring some travel tips to our crew, to the community. Let's bring some people in that know about this, that know about, here's the best tips for traveling to a new city, maybe with kids, maybe by yourself, all the best practices on the travel stuff. Okay, friend, I just sent this to you. I'm going to send it one more time. Okay. Oh, wait. Hi.
I'm here.
Hi.
Jen. I'm
Courtney.
in Tucson, and it's 9:30, and I thought I had an hour. Look, I've got my kids in the Camaro. That's right. Look at me. I can do this. We're ready.
You know what? You sure can. And I'll tell you what's hard. Do you know what's hard? Time zones. They're hard, aren't they?
Gosh. Yep. Thank you, Jen.
You know, all last week I was in Aspen, which is mountain time. And the amount of times that I told Amanda, my assistant, will you help me with the time zones? Will you every day just say, here's what you have. And I want you to know that in your time, in your mountains, that's at this time on your clock. And I'm like, can you just help me get it? So, ma'am.
Jen, and you know, Arizona doesn't participate in time zones. It's
right.
It's like, or they don't do daylight savings or something.
Okay, it's something. Yeah, I kind of know what you're saying. They are in the time zone, but it's the daylight. See, you're flustered. You're confusing time zones
it's
and
honestly,
daylight savings.
I'm shaking. This is a dream come true to like sit down with you and talk, and I'm like ruining it.
You're not ruining it at all. And what I want everybody to know right now is that this is my friend Courtney, and she is a dear, good, and longtime friend of Team Jen. And we were like, okay, everyone is asking questions about travel tips, travel ideas. What about this thing when you just go to a new town? You know, I'm in Grand Marais, Minnesota. I've never been here in my living life. And
and it's overwhelming. Yes.
It can be. But enter Courtney Cleveland. So you are a go-to girl on travel stuff. Can you just very quickly, let me tell everybody this first.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, Courtney has a bunch of travel guides. Okay, this is what she does. This is her deal. That's why she's here.
Yep.
And you can pick one for your next trip. Maybe the guide will tell you what your next trip is. So before we get into some stuff, I want you to know that you can go find all of her guides at All the Best Days, very cute, allthebestdays.com. And then if you do allthebestdays.com/MECAMP, you will get $10 off any guide that you want with this code, MECAMP. Okay?
That's right.
So that's fun. Thank you for doing that for my community. That was nice of you.
Well, I feel so passionate about people going on solo trips, just like you're doing. I think it's so important. I don't think we do it enough. I think there is a lot of like fear around it, and I really want to link arms with you and help you do it.
Okay, let's start here, Courtney.
Okay.
First of all, before we talk about all the incredible stuff you do at All the Best Days, when did you first like start getting inspired by travel? Like, when did you know, oh, travel for me is something that I love and it's important to me.
Yeah, gosh. I did not grow up traveling. I grew up with an accountant dad, and we did the 1 week a year, and that was it. And then I got a job traveling with, for my, out of college, and I was traveling every weekend, and I was so bad at it. But I just learned to, find the things that I love amidst these quick travel weekends. And so that was kind of how I learned that, travel's a practice. We need to do this more often and more quickly, and we get better at it. This is a muscle. Yeah. And then I just, honestly, Jen, I realized I really loved parenting when my kids were strapped down in the car seats. And I was like, I'm a better parent when I'm not at home having to do chores. Let's go have adventures. And so I just started going on long road trips with them. And then I was like, I think this might be my secret sauce as a mom. And I want to inspire other people to do this. And now I'm a single mom. So I've been doing it with, a partner. And I just feel really proud of myself that I'm like still doing it.
Ma'am, yes. And for everybody listening, like when you say kids, you mean it. You have kids. Tell everybody like the kids that you have and how old they are, because somebody is thinking, oh no, I can't do this. My kids are not old enough, or they're not. Nope, not true.
No.
What's your deal here?
I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So my people, I've been doing it with them for a long time. Little, one of them hates to hike. The other one loves to hike. I mean, it's just, it's a mess.
Yes. So you're like, okay, wait a minute. I'm sorting this out. I'm figuring this out, and I love it. And so thus, you decided to start creating travel guides for other parents, or really whoever, other travelers, period, right?
Yes. I'm trying to get away from this truck. Yes, I created travel guides for your family, for you. Yeah. They work across the board. If you're going by yourself, if you're going just with a partner, or if you're going with the whole family, they really work, because what I have found is that travel books and blogs and like the research is too much information. You give me a Frommer's, it's like, I don't even know how to navigate. I want a great list that I can trust. And that is what I'm trying to give you.
Yes. Like cutting through all the fog. There's too much. I get information overloaded and then I freeze. This is like a common known thing about me. And so that's why I love your guides, because they are succinct, they are to the point, they are trustworthy, and they're useful. Okay, you talk about getting into a travel flow. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yes. So what I really want, I think if you take the time to figure out what your best day looks like, what are the components of your best day? It often would be the same if you were just at home, and it could have extra components that are traveling. Obviously, doing touristy things, seeing stuff that you can't see at home is a part of travel, but you're going to build your best day so you have these anchor points that you can grab no matter where you are. I have these in my heart and in my head no matter where I go, so that if time allots, I can grab a piece of my best day. If you don't have one, you can borrow mine. It is get moving, get coffee, get food, get shopping, get touristy, and get inspired. And those are the components that I build my guides around. And I want you to flow through those. It's not an itinerary. It's there to grab when you need food, when you need coffee, when there's a great hike. If you're enjoying that hike, like stay on it. Like just sit, just enjoy it. Flow instead of following a time thing, which is why I like the lists, because it's like, well, what do I want to do now? Like what, because sometimes the hike's bad. We got to bail. Let's go to the next. Yes. So
yes. So it's like this sort of flexibility built into the day, to the moment, to the plan. I really like that, because sometimes there's a surprise and you end up enjoying something so much that you're like, I now want to cancel whatever I had next so I can just keep doing this thing. Or like you said, it's catastrophic. Yes. It's a disaster. Everybody's crying. Like you're just like, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to stop doing this thing that we're doing right now. This is over.
We have to move on. Yes.
We got to move on. Okay. We need some food. We need some French fried stat.
Like, we need to spike the blood sugar. Yeah.
Okay. tell us, what is the last trip that you went on, and have you built a guide for that place?
Well, currently, like this past week, I just took the kids to Grand Canyon, and so I'm on a trip in Arizona. I'm building that guide. That guide is coming in the next month or so. I'm really excited about it. But have you been to 30A? Have you done the beach?
I know all about it, and I haven't been.
Jen, it is so your jam.
I hear.
Yes, it's so cute. Here's the deal. I am just, so I have a guide for 30A that flows, it is a highway that flows you through all these cute little beach towns that are built, around, they're just specifically built with a theme in mind, that, seaside with, what's the movie? With Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Pleasant.
Yes. No. Yeah. But like that.
It kind of looks like that. I've seen the pictures. Yeah.
anyways, they filmed it there, and so it's like perfect. And so, anyways, it just is it's great biking, great food. I just love. I'm not really looking for deals. I'm looking to feel and have a great experience.
Okay.
And so I want a great font at a coffee shop, good lighting, a cute vibe. And that is just what I'm searching for, all like secret local gems. The Truman Show. Thank you, Amy.
There it is. Yeah, thank you. Our commenters always.
They're the best. They always have us.
Yes. They always know.
So that is a great guide. I also love my Colorado Springs guide. It keeps you all in that like southern. I know you love Colorado.
Yes.
And it just keeps you like, I've got all the little Mount Pocosa Springs and Salida. I'm the worst. I'm so flustered. And just call it. So just all those.
Yeah, I love this. I like that you're giving everybody a variety. Like, because some people are like, I want mountains. I want beach.
Yes.
I want
New York.
Arizona. I want New York. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly.
DC. We've got cities. And so just depending on, I think it's really important to ask what you want to get out of your MECAMP, what you want to feel, how you want to flow through it. And so, yeah.
Right. Like, okay. So when I set out to do MECAMP, I also had my standards, or whatever you called them just now. But like, I had my own personal list. Like, what is the vibe I want? And so I said, I want to be north because I want to wear a sweatshirt and both morning and night. I need to be cool, if not cold. I'll take cold. I want water, any kind of water. I will do ocean. I will do river. I will do lake. I will do stream. I don't care what it is. My eyes want to be on or near water.
Yes.
I want a little town. Like, I love big cities. I'll do New York all day, every day, but I want a little tiny town where everybody walks and it's sweet and it is like slow. Like, my pace I want for this is slow. I don't want go. I want, and so I put these parameters up, and then when we start plugging in options, I am guaranteed to have the time I want. Guaranteed.
Yes.
Because I got clear on what I wanted.
Yes.
Tell us what are some of your best tips for traveling with kids? Like, in general, whatever trip the thing is, like, what are some of your best tips?
Well, I mean, my bag system of like keeping things organized and is my lifesaver. Everything it's like it's a mindset, like things with like things. My legacy will be my shoe bag in my trunk. You just put everybody's shoes. It's like this giant shoe bag, and they're not, everybody knows where the shoes are. And it's like revolutionized people's trips. Always having a water jug. One of my lines is I hate thirsty people. And and so always be able to fill up that water bottle, always be able to hand them water. And then honestly, I'm just not ashamed of the iPad. And I just let it help you get there. And and then I think just give yourself freedom with the shows. I really don't understand why we're trying to pack these big toy bags and stress ourselves out, keeping up with all the crap. once you get there, there will be activities and the kids will lean in, and you can do the junior ranger program at the national parks, and you can, you know, do all the stuff. But
I love that.
I have all
because it is tempting to have this like thing where you go, okay, on our trip that we are planning, nobody is going to be on a screen. I understand the sentiment. I do too. But like sometimes we're just in the car for 4 hours.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Can we please have a screen up in here?
You're right.
I appreciate that. Like, let's make it easier, not harder.
Yes.
So I've always traveled with kids like that too.
And I think it's a practice. Like giving yourself the grace. The one question every time I get back, I ask, what can I do to make this trip better? And that's how I've gotten to the place where I just have a sticker book and a coloring book and an iPad. Because I just noticed, and I'm giving myself permission, I have bought more fruit cups on this trip than you can shake a stick at. But what I've learned is that's all Will wants to eat. So why am I trying? Get him the damn fruit cup and move on. And Louis wants yogurt. Like, I'm just stopping trying to like sit down and I'm just learning and doing what the trip needs instead of like, I don't know, my hopes and dreams.
Yeah. If you are on Lake Superior and your kids don't want to eat clam chowder, don't make them. Let them have the French fry dinner again. Like, why? Why can't, who told us we had to make it harder because we were like chasing some sort of stereotypical experience? That's not true. Like, what would make it fun? What would make it fun for this kid? Right. What would make it fun for this one? Maybe it's just like, stop trying to get them to eat oysters. They don't want them.
Yes.
I
love that you said that, because part of my guides is taking a minute to figure out what each person's best day is and trying to have a component be a part of your trip. So
that's cute.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Can you talk to us about some of your best tips if you're traveling solo?
Oh gosh. Okay. Best solo tips.
Yeah.
I don't think that we spend enough time like really meditating on what we need and like checking in on ourselves of what, like, time gets redefined when you're by yourself. It stretches, it looks different. And so I think thinking about what you want your mornings to look like, the book that you want to read, how do you want to come away from that trip being better? You know, it's as far as like actual practical tips, it just seems easy to me, maybe because I'm always packing with kids. And so it's like, it's just silent. And so things are simple. Honestly.
I love that. I appreciate you saying that. Like, here's a real life example for me right this very second in Grand Marais, Minnesota. There are some really cute local places that specialize in like coffee and breakfast, which I'm 100% going to be in them at one point. However, what I like the rhythm that I like, what I look forward to in the morning is I don't want to get up and get dressed and I have my own coffee. I bought it. It's local coffee. Right? I have my own coffee. I bought my own creamer. I like to be under a blanket, like with my morning show that's what I like out of a morning. I like a slow morning on a trip like this. And so that's what I've done every single day. And then I don't tell myself, oh, damn it, it's 11 o'clock and you've not left the house yet. That's not how I feel. I feel happy.
Yes.
Like, so I think this being in touch with like, what do you want? What is your pace? What are your rhythms? What would make you feel like fulfilled and something of a respite? That's a good question to ask.
Yes. And so like finding the right book or the thing that you want, the journal, like the thing, because I feel like I feel anxious being by myself. It's a lot of thought time. And so I try to like preempt that. Like, how am I going to want to meet that anxiety? Like, what book am I reading? or how am I trying to come away from this better, growing? What have I wanted to think about and unpack?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a 4 on the Enneagram, and I am chasing my feeling.
No, I love this. I'm looking at them right now, right this very second, and there's 2 more upstairs. I have 8 books.
Yeah.
8. Make it make sense. 8. I bought 6 of them when I got here 6 days ago. I have 8 books. I have a journal. I'm writing my memories. I'm writing who I met that day. I'm writing little funny things I'm afraid I will forget, which I will.
Yes.
And all these practices make me feel so restored. It's so the opposite of my normal life. And so, okay. All right. I know this is a hard one. And I realize that your kids are just, I guess, unsupervised in the class. And I'm sorry. I'm not how this is going. But they, as you mentioned, they have an iPad. And so let me just ask you one more question. This is probably hard to pick because they're all so different from each other. It's such a different experience. But if you had to pick maybe your personal, like top, like 1 or 2 favorite guides that you have created that you're like, when I put this one in the hands of people who are looking for a travel guide, this is a home run. What would you pick?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would say, my top 2, I feel really proud of my Maine guide. I know you love Maine, and it's a road trip that starts in Portland. It's got Kennebunkport, but then it takes you up to Acadia, and I spent a lot of time on it, and I feel just really proud of it. And I think that it does tap into that MECAMP journey, and you know that well. But I also love my Colorado Springs guide. Again, I think just for those of us can't go to Maine, but can maybe go to Colorado, I think that the mountains heal something in us.
Me too.
And there's water. There's always a great river running through. So I just, it just grabs, it gives you a good road trip. It's got Colorado Springs, but it's got all the surrounding mountain towns. And I am always chasing a hot spring. And so it's just got all that.
Okay.
And I can't recommend it enough. Yeah.
And you have so many. So for whatever people are looking for, whatever their travel vibe is, or their kind of goal, their wish, this is what I want to, I've never been here before, but I want to. Y'all, I'm just telling you that Courtney has it. So I'm going to put this post over on my normal Instagram feed with all the links, you guys. But if you're trying to remember it, go to allthebestdays.com/MECAMP. And if you use the code MECAMP at checkout, you get $10 off. And so again, we'll have all of this for you over on my IG page. Courtney.
And we're always coming out with more guides. Thank you,
always
Jen.
Coming out with more. Listen, you pulled it off. You had the time zone challenge, and you just went, kids, do your best for 25 minutes. Do your very best.
They're climbing around a convertible, so God bless it.
That kind of seems fun, to be honest with you. That kind of seems fun. So
I love you. I'm so grateful.
I love you too. Thank you for coming in hot to the community today. All right, girl, I'll be going. You've got things to do. You got things to see.
Let's go. Have a great weekend. Bye. Love you.